The way I feel about art is something inside, and I think it just has various outlets. For many years it was just the piano. So I wrote quite a lot of music before I was 20 actually, and then nothing until I was 40. And also with prose I used to write poems, but they'd just be stuff at the back of a drawer. Maybe I've just become a little bit more blatant about life as I've got older and thought that it didn't matter so much. Or maybe the internet has just given the kind of vehicle that in the past simply wasn't there. I think it's opened out so much for people. In the past, you had to have a publisher and therefore you had to be on this kind of level. And so a lot of people who didn't have that were lost. And I think then got discouraged and actually stopped writing. And I think that's breaking down now, and I think it's very good. We became almost too specialized in some ways, maybe in the middle of the 20th century. I think education is, where does a concert begin and education end? A concert is education, but it's also entertainment, and it's also, you're a priest, you're a rabbi, you're bringing something exalted to people when you come onto the stage with this amazing music. Let's not put it in categories, let's share it and spread it and enjoy that whole side of it. I'd met these filmmakers, and then they approached me and said, we're doing these apps and we'd like to do the piano, do you have any ideas? And I thought, well, actually the Liszt Sonata would be the perfect piece. My contribution was to record it and then coming up with ideas about how we could talk about the piece. So it's actually a fun bit to play. It's so beautifully written for the piano. And it's also quite interactive because you can switch between the different views of how you look. You can have the score running along the bottom or not. So people talk about how the internet makes things superficial, but I think this is one example of how the opposite happens, how you can actually get deeper into something through this kind of technology, much more than you could in the past. So I think I feel very optimistic about the future in that sense.